Where does inspiration stop and plagiarism start? The academic community has set some pretty clear boundaries. They've defined plagiarism as the practice of taking someone else's work, words, or ideas and passing them off as one's own without giving any credit. But in the art world, different rules seem to apply. Why is that? Copyright laws as we know them have only been around since the early 18th century. But that doesn't mean that copyright issues did not exist before that time. Artists have been copying ideas, techniques, and subjects for as long as we can remember. For a great part, the education of painters even consisted of copying the great masters. So, art would not even exist without copying. It's not strange that a lot of great artists promote the idea that copying is just part of the art world. Just look at this quote by movie director Jim Jarmusch. Or this one by Picasso. And this is true for the music industry as well. It can be argued that sampling even gave birth to hip-hop. Take Juice WRLD, who rose to fame with this song, which is structured around this 1993 sample from the song Shape of My Heart by Sting. Samples and covers are an integrated part of the music industry. Ever wonder what NWA, The Prodigy, and David Bowie have in common? They've all sampled this 4-bar 1969 drum track from the Winstons. And they're not the only ones. Far from it, actually. This is the most sampled track in music history, which kind of makes it the most famous piece of music of our time, even though it's not well known by the general public. Without realizing, you've probably heard this drum beat thousands of times. It's from a song called Amen Brother. The particular drum solo is now known as the Amen Break. The whole bar is just 5.2 seconds long, but if you loop it, you've got a beat that's very hard to sit still to. The original song was on the B-side of the Winstons' 1969 single, Color Him Father. It wasn't until the birth of hip-hop in the mid-70s that DJ and producer Breakbeat Lou discovered its potential for the upcoming new music genre. After that, it really took off. NWA, David Bowie, even Slipknot. They all used it. So far, Amen Break has been sampled close to 4,000 times, more than any other song. However, the Winstons never got a dime for it, which was a real tragedy for them. Sampling can be viewed as a way in which artists show their appreciation for a particular piece of music, a way to pay homage. But this doesn't just happen in the music industry, it happens throughout art history and throughout different art mediums. So, what was the most famous and sampled art object back in the 17th century? The Mona Lisa? The Night Watch? The Last Supper? The Milkmaid? The David? Well, no. We think it's this funny-looking object that probably comes closest to winning that title. The history of decorative arts in Europe knows no other newly made object that was painted so often by so many different artists than this oddly shaped ewer. You can find it here, and here, and here, and even here. Estimates vary, but it appeared in over 50 paintings of that period. And did they ask for the artist's permission? Probably not. But in that time, it was seen as the ultimate tribute. So, what makes this mysterious object so special that it attracted artists from all over Europe just to catch a glimpse? And why were they so eager to incorporate it in their paintings? Well, this ewer is such an artistic, stylistic, and technical highlight that it can't even be matched by silversmiths to this day. Recent technical research indicates that the 1614 ewer was raised from a single sheet of silver. To be able to do this, you had to be an absolute genius and an extremely talented silversmith. Viana single-handedly created an entirely new ornament style. The body of this bizarre ewer features auricular-style decoration. In Dutch, this is called kwap, which means fluid forms flowing into one another as though someone has stirred a syrupy substance with a wooden spoon. Emerging from this mixture is all manner of terrifying part human and part animal creatures. The artist, Adam van Viana, got his inspiration from actual skin folds, pieces of cartilage, and small mollusks. This was a revolutionary style for the time. And it wasn't only copied in paintings, but was also applied on many different art forms, like the frames for paintings, furniture, and even weapons. Adam van Viana made this ewer in memory of his brother Paulus van Viana, who was also a famous silversmith, to whom he looked up to all his life. That's quite a tribute, right? Both Adam van Viana and de Winstons had an enormous impact on their time. They left an unerasable mark on art history. Their work is appreciated and sampled by many artists, whether they liked it or not. And even though their names don't ring a bell to many people, it's never too late to appreciate great artists that helped shape our culture. And whether or not you think plagiarism in art is good or bad, keep in mind this great quote by Jean-Luc Godard. It's not where you take things from, it's where you take them to. But what do you think? Copying, plagiarism, and sampling? Is it art? Let us know your thoughts on this and let us know your suggestions for future episodes of Is This Art in the comments below.